Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of A Drink with
Mary.
and Mina.
And today we have a guest.
Arati.
You
I'm
probably
back again.
Yeah, she was in our period video. If you haven't watched it, please do click up the link there. And she is a co-host from LYINA.
From LYINA, but we're a little bit
On a hiatus.
on a hiatus right now.
Season 2 coming soon.
Click link below. But the channel will be linked below if you want to do check it out. It's amazing as well.
Merisha is, as always, drinking.
I'm still drinking the Glow Tonic Biotin tea, and I got Arati to drink it.
I have joined
Yay!
Risha on that journey
Next
of
time,
Glow Tonic.
yeah, next time you glow.
You glow.
I hope I'll be glowing through this.
Yes, beaming through. Highlighter who?
Anyway, so as a kote, I think probably a few of us have seen our story. We put out a question, and this episode is all about that question and all about revisiting that trauma in school.
Let out your traumatic experiences, guys.
If you haven't guessed it already, it was the topic of our podcast today is.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it.
No, that's
So
what you mean.
basically, we were reading this article about how strict rules are in Japanese schools, like very unreasonable. Okay, like for girls, you only have to wear white underwears.
Wait, that extreme?
Yeah. So you're not allowed to wear colored underwears.
Who
because
even goes
apparently
around checking?
The-
Let me see what's under your
the
shirt.
teachers, the female teachers. So basically, they do checks. And apparently, the logic behind is, and this is
Yeah, but
gonna
that's
piss
the,
you
that's
off.
the worst when you're on your period.
Yeah.
This is gonna piss you off. The reason is, apparently, colored panties excite men.
Why don't you just wear?
Sip my tea here?
No, but nah. I'm done.
But
I
with
mean-
that said, you're kind of already putting down an expectation or thinking, oh, my students will be, going around being perverted to
Yeah,
ladies.
exactly. But that's not
That's
the
a bit-
point, though. Men are the problem. Why do we have to get restricted?
Exactly.
But do men wear like white underwear as well then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's just like a military standard white underwear if you're in school.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
so it's not just females, it's both.
No,
females
but
and males.
it's females and males, but at the same time, there's restriction because of those illogical reasonings.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah. So I'm like, if they're gonna have sex, they're gonna have sex. No matter, like, especially sex education, when they're growing up with all that testosterone and hormones.
And especially when Japan is so advanced in the like
Technology field.
technology and even exploring sex amongst all the Asian countries, they are like so advanced. I mean, from East Asia, definitely for sure.
They're advanced in technology, but they're not advanced in the way they think. Like, their society is very much based on very traditional values. So yeah, but enough of shaming Japan. Here we are trying to talk about what we experienced, the unreasonable rules that we experienced in school if we all went to school back home in Nepal. So I think this is gonna people who went to Asian schools, probably in India, Nepal, Southeast Asia, will probably be able to relate to this.
Arati has a mixture of schooling,
yeah,
isn't it? So
yeah.
she can speak for the both parties here.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be commenting bits and bobs of everything.
Yeah.
From Nepal and from
Yeah, from my
British
experience.
school.
Okay, just say it. Which one did you like it better? Schooling in
To be
Nepal or
honest, you know
here?
what, like, I have recollections of like studying in Nepal, but like I didn't really study up to the age when my mind was fully grown. So to me, it's just like, oh, it was like the whatever phase.
Okay, yeah, fair enough, yeah. Makes sense. You came here quite young, I know.
I came here when I was like 9 years old.
Damn.
So
Very politically correct answer there.
Yeah.
Got out of trouble.
Spoke
yeah.
well. She speaks well.
But yeah, so I came here when I was 9 years old, and luckily I was lucky enough to actually go to junior school as well because of that age. So I studied last year of junior school, which is year 6 in here. in primary junior school. So I did year 6, and then my brother at that time was already enrolled into a secondary school. And then the following year I joined him because parents like to put siblings together.
Do you know what? Like,
Did you guys have that? Like, did your parents put you guys together in the same school?
Bro, what are you on about same school? Me and Manasseh went to the same school. And if I had gone to college in Nepal, we'd probably be in the same college. Like, we even went uni in the same city. Not, like, that was coincidental, the part say. But that was by choice. But to be fair, like, it's just always been the same. So everyone who knows me knows my sister. Who knows my sister knows me, vice versa.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I went to school, like, completed my school in Nepal, and then came here, went to college. No, actually, I went to college in Nepal as well.
So you did SLC in Nepal then?
Yeah, I did SLC in Nepal, which is the GCSE version of here. And then I went to college for a year in Nepal, then came here, and then restarted college again.
Oh, my sister.
Yeah. So fair amount of whatever.
That's a lot of education, you know.
Don't ask.
10 years of school, like obviously Nepal secondary is
13 years in school.
Then 13 years in school, and then 2 years in college, 14, 15, 3 years uni, 18 years.
Half your life.
Education
basically.
gone. Obviously, I did additional college years because obviously I had just come from Nepal. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years in education. Fuck that. This is why my brain is fucked. I blame the system. That's a lot.
It is.
Let's get right into the thing then, eh? Why don't you start by talking about some of the unreasonable rules that you had in school?
To be honest, I think I was a pretty good student, so I think I always kind of followed rules, so nothing really stands out to me that much. Okay, for us, because we actually went to a Catholic school, our skirts had to be like knee length. It couldn't be any shorter. But that was one of the rules. But then again, no one actually really followed it.
Yeah.
So
it was a whatever rule.
I think sometimes in Nepali school, like, generally, they don't let you wear too short.
Yeah, bro, like, our school was like that. We had to wear skirts, etro, and then socks knee-high as well.
Oh, yeah.
I still remember we used to have skirts. Like, a perfect example, actually. Some people used to have skirts still here, okay? Like, your parents thought, oh, she's going to grow next year, you know? Nepali parents. But knee-length skirts, always. Never were above knee.
We had knee-high socks as well.
Yeah.
So
I think
less skin as much as possible.
Socks in school, eh?
To be fair, it does look a lot smarter, not gonna lie. Imagine having like an anklet sock and then wearing that. It just looks weird, like school uniform, man. Or maybe we just got used to it, so we think it's weird.
Yeah.
Oh
my god, talking specifically about uniforms, right? Your shoes need to be polished like every morning. Like no speck of dust on it. I know.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. This used to happen in Nepal, but not so much in the schools in UK because they didn't really check. But I remember, like, you know, Nepal, you used to have like assembly, and then prefect or
prefect, yeah.
They would like come around and check your nails and shoes, and like they tell you off if it's like not clean. I remember that Nepal, like probably like class 5, standing in line, all hands shoulder apart, and then like they'd go around checking your nails and.
She was the prefect, man. I bet she was like, you get out.
Probably evil.
No, I was not actually. Excuse me, I was actually one of the caring ones because.
So what changed?
No, who said you were the caring ones? Who?
I was quite I wouldn't say strict, but I was quite firm about if you're Hamraze, when I went to school in Brunei, it wasn't like a class. We didn't line up as class wise. Okay? We lined up as houses. You know, we have houses. Yeah, so I was in Yellow House and I was the prefect of that.
I was Yellow House too.
Yellow House. So I liked my lines or my houses to be presentable. Okay, so as in when you're in that position, you can't just be like, you want to be friends with people, but you can't be friends with people.
Yeah.
Okay? Because that way you need to have a certain level of distance so that there's respect and firmness maintained. Okay, which is a difficult job as well, because I want to be in the line having fun too, but I can't do that because I have the responsibility. Like people who have the responsibility always have a little
Did you
burden on their
did you
shoulders.
want to be a prefect though?
Not really, but it was sort of an automatic one. So your prefects would be from the top 2 classes of the school, right? So that school only had like up to class 8. So anybody from 7 and 8, all the top students or the capable students were chosen as prefects for their houses. Prefects and vice prefects for their houses. So obviously I was the prefect, and then my assistant was from class 7. So I was in class 8 and class 7. So we had that, and I used to actually support my students, because we used to line up, right? And then we had this, ribbon. So our school,
Like this.
this is traditional.
This is
Macedonia,
latte, yeah.
Traditional.
So our schools used to have, like, we always had to have 2. Yeah. You had to have a middle
Braids,
parting.
plaits,
Not
yeah.
middle parting, but 2 plaits or 2 oh my god.
2 ponytails.
Yeah, 2 ponytails at the best. We were supposed to wear a ribbon of our own house color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bro, every day?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Why
extreme.
in school you can't just be like, oh, non-uniform day.
No, I'm on tenant.
Ew.
Yeah, we only had it on like house days, like Fridays.
Oh no, we had to, like, every day we had to have 2 braids and then 2 ribbons on them. And none of the prefects used to do this, but I used to have a roll of ribbon, yellow ribbon. I went out of my way to buy a roll of yellow ribbon.
With your
I
own
cut
money.
them- yeah, and I cut them in pieces.
And that's
and I used to
extreme.
go down the line to check, like, the line, when you used to
Mm-hmm.
make sure they're in a straight line. I used to go down the line, and whoever for some reason didn't have a ribbon, I wouldn't say afford, but who didn't have a ribbon or didn't have I never used to tell them off. I just used to hand them ribbons and be like, oh, and then I used to even do their hairs and I used to help them with them. So I was a nice prefect.
Do you know,
That's
like,
really
I think that's nice. But me, if I was at that era, like if I was a student getting ribbon handed, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
Would you
like-
be like, why are you giving me that?
Yeah, I was that student either.
So I did care for my kids, like especially girls on my line.
Because you wanted to, neither. Yeah.
I wanted to. And the fact that if I don't do them right at the start of the school, they would go to their class and get told off or even punished by their teacher.
Yeah.
So if I can save them from that by handing them a couple of ribbons, that was my, way of basically.
I agree.
But yeah, I think having that 2 plaits was a thing, wasn't it, in Nepal?
It's a thing.
Bro,
we never really
did you guys, were you guys allowed to have like hair dye or like fringe?
Oh my god, no, that's
Cause-
not the question.
Because
Hair
we
dye?
weren't,
Sorry, what?
we weren't allowed to have fringe either. It was mad.
I don't know, I can't remember that far.
Yeah,
Nepali
fringe.
school,
If somebody had a fringe, they would have to clip them back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's such
Peak.
like when I came here and my sister used to go to school and she used to go with like hair all
Down.
down and everything, and I'm like,
Okay, one then
sorry, are you actually ready for school? That was such a culture shock
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
And I remember I had my hair this short when I was in class 6, and then they told me to wear a headband. Like, you got my money clip on,
Oh,
they're
I
like
remember.
headband, now nobody,
Oh,
like, say to.
Headbands.
Bro, that was
Yeah,
peak.
for sure.
And when you're wearing glasses, if you can understand, it's like double shenanigans. They don't care about the pain. They just say headband on what's the thick ones. Blech.
Yeah, in regards to school, like the schools here are a lot calmer about it. Like they're not
Yeah.
like as strict because
you
that's-
guys didn't go to school with makeup
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't really allowed, but like girls like still went to school with makeup on, and hair dye. You could
Excuse me.
just dye your
I think
hair.
hairstyles.
If it's not
No.
like out loud, but you could.
No. So a lot of you don't know, Arati is my younger sister's best friend, and they went to school together, didn't you? Well, sort of.
Well, in the same year, but
yeah, in the same
different schools.
And they had this emo era.
Do you know, like hair from here?
Yeah, their hair would be covered. One side of the face would be covered with the hair, and underneath that would be these eyeliners that were like, I don't know, my
I
sister.
think
I don't. Yeah,
I think maybe your sister. More
yeah,
than
my
me.
sister. she would have her whole eyelid black eyeliner, okay? Black eyeliner.
That was the trend, isn't
Yeah, that was the trend, and it was almost like, oh my god, like, you know, when she looks at her own photo now, she's so embarrassed.
It's cringe.
Cringe.
Like to me, like you said, you know, Article friend is my friend, like my childhood friend. Only when we were on high five days.
Yeah.
And we're going way back.
Oh my god.
She uploaded like her school pictures, yeah. And then
and
she
you
had
were
this
still in
short
the
hair,
back
yeah.
then.
And then this short hair, and then hair came from here to here on the school.
I have all
I'm like,
these
bro, you're going
pictures.
school like this? And then she was like, you know, all cool. And then year 10 month, she came to see us, okay, like, you know, school my visit corner. And then the hair and everything, and we were just like, you go to school like this? Like, this is like I'm outside because like, you know, trend, whatever.
We had like proper like razored hair. It was like that year 9, year 10 go era phase where everyone was like that grunge emo look.
Yeah.
Punk's not dead.
Yeah, punk's not dead.
We
That
all
kind of
have
look,
those
yeah.
era.
Yeah.
I
We all
loved
have
it.
those era. So
Like, you know, like obviously girls' school is like plaits and everything, but boys' school is like you can't have it like some length and forward. Like I'm school. You know, like
basically, right? If the teachers can grab the boy's hair like
It is
this,
gone.
then it's too long.
our school was so bad, okay? Like, because we were boarders and day boarders in the same school, nida. Boarders school, obviously the barber will cut it. Day boarders, they should just bust this bit out.
What?
So if the boss got up, so you're
They
screwed,
have to
innit?
go.
Like if you do etai then you can obviously fade out, whatever. But if you bust this part, you're gone. You have to cut it. So jokes, like it's so funny.
Oh my god, that is so. Yeah. There are like I don't know when they used to check your nails, but it used to be every Monday, you know, after Sunday. that
Oh,
was
you had
day
Sunday
off.
off?
Oh no, Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Wait, Saturday?
Yeah, we had
Saturday
Saturdays
off.
off.
School?
Oh,
No, I
only
mean Saturday off.
not
Saturday's the
Sunday.
only day off. Like
Oh,
Sunday
yeah,
you had
yeah.
school.
I thought
We
you
have
meant you had school Saturday.
Yeah.
That's what I thought as
We
well.
have 6 days of school. I
Yeah.
think about it.
6 days of school and nine hours of
I-
Five and a half. For us, it was 5.5.
Matre.
Yeah, because Friday used to be half day.
I don't know how it was for you guys Nepal school, but in my school, Nepal Mase, it was for certain year and below, it was Monday to Friday, and then from that year above, it was 6 days. So I think it
Nah.
was probably year 5,
I should have gone to that school. I would have loved it. Amrata, we used to have like
or maybe I'm
First,
thinking
second.
of someone else's school, but I know it.
ek, dui, tin, char, panch, or 8 other subjects in a day.
Yeah.
On a per
50
subject
minutes
was
each.
45 minutes, and then 15 minutes break after 2 lessons, and then 1 hour lunch, and then 2 and then. But if you're an ALU student like me, then you'd have to stay back. No. Only if you're hostel, and if you're ALU student like me, you have to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, have breakfast at 6, okay, and then have 2 tuitions back to back, assembly, and then 2 subjects. So you're like studying legit for like almost 12 hours.
When I used to be day boarders, you know when you go home at 6 in the evening,
Yeah.
you used to wave at like rub it in for the full-time boarders.
Mm-hmm.
They would be like up there in the balcony, just wait, like getting in line to go eat food, whereas we'd be like bye.
Oh my god, man.
Because at least you could go home and watch telly, you know.
No, we could watch telly in hostel, but if you're ALU student, that's gone as well.
What was the most ridiculous rule that you found that was most restricting for you in school?
For me in school, I think I mentioned in previous podcasts, like it's similar to the Japanese women wearing all white. We had to wear white vest inside because obviously shirt was white, so the boys couldn't see our bra. Like I said before, on a skirt, we had to wear like Spanx, just the slacks. Like I still wear it to this day. Like I still got it on. Like you can't see anything in it, and that's just still in me. Okay? Like it's drilled in my head. It's not to hide my belly fat or whatever. It's just comfort for me. And we all used to wear that, and it had to be cotton or like semi-cotton. You couldn't be like silky material, the lingerie types.
Excuse me?
Bro, like when I tell, it is extreme.
Down to the material?
No, like silky ones, cotton types.
I
To
used to wear
breathability.
slacks. Do you guys know slacks?
Yeah, but ours used to be white. Okay, only it's the frills. Like we used to call it petticoat. I don't know why they call it petticoat. It wasn't really a petticoat, but they used to. But I guess like how do I say it? I guess like even like Yako culture Goraru, they wear like petticoats inside, so that's where the petticoat came from. But our petticoat is different either, so we couldn't really relate to Balamake. So yeah, it had to be semi-cotton or cotton, so only preferably light colors. So no one really wore like gray, green, LYINA. It was all like white or cream or mint green.
And the reasoning behind that was
skirt udebane, people will see. It's so
as if
stupid.
you're a commando under the skirt.
Actually, that reminds me. Our school, the one that I went to here, the Catholic school, our skirt was grey and it was kind of
Divided?
tilted. Yeah, it was like divided, and on the side that it was divided, we had to put a pin that was this big. I'm not even lying. On the skirt, we would have to pin it. It was hilarious.
Wait, it was a skirt.
Yeah, so it would like
It was
go
a
from
skirt,
here,
but then
to
the
this side.
the
No, it was a skirt.
Oh, but it's like a wrap
would, like,
skirt that's there.
overlap.
Oh.
Yeah, it would like overlap, and then you'd have to like the pin was literally massive, like this size.
Did they supply it?
Yeah, it was all like Well, no, because we had to buy all of our uniforms separately ourselves. But it was hilarious. Like all my friends, I'm sure all my friends remember. It was,
Like our school had tailors, right? So beginning of the year you'd have tailors, and then the tailors were specifically told not to make the skirt below the knee, above the knee. So the ones who got the skirts above the knee obviously didn't go to that tailor. I know they had their own private tailor somewhere else. Now the school tailor was always like there, like admissions gone. It was mad.
Oh God.
It's strict.
Oh my God. Mother, I can't remember much about rules that I found annoying at school, probably because I was a good student. I thought, oh, rules are good type of.
I thought everything was wrong because I didn't want to be in school.
But a lot of dissatisfaction came from when I actually was in class 10, and you know, in class in certain, I think most schools in Nepal make it compulsory for you to be in boarders. Like you have to be a full-time boarder.
what does boarders even mean? Like you staying there from a
Boarding school just there.
Yeah, hostel ma.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you literally live full-time with them. Because it's SLC and they want to make sure you get good.
Oh, really?
SLC.
So that they get good rep, and then people like, because people usually, you know, if
thought
you
it was a choice.
No, our school's reputation depends on how
Wait, does
much.
this apply to like all schools across Nepal? Or
Yeah.
like just certain?
Mostly. I think that's like a norm. So a school's reputation depends on
How
well their
SLC
kids
does.
did that SLC.
Well, Teote is like all over Nepal. Like suppose like university here, it depends on the uni student grades, right? So that's the same with Nepal. And then there are some schools in Nepal who would only take so you have entrance exam, right? So they'll only take people who got certain percentage and above, because they knew like Tinale Ram result lanza. So that's their pride and joy.
Yeah, so because the SLC results is public, they can't even hide it. So it will all be out. So they make
It's
sure.
like Korean school standards. They have a very similar thing.
Korean school is fucking another level.
Yes,
Let's not even go into that. No, if they can bloody divert planes so that the students don't get disturbed during their exams, like that's another level of shit. Okay, well, I think Nisha Shin's a bit shocked there. We'll tell you in a bit what Korean.
Oh my god.
So as soon as you reach class 10, it almost used to be compulsory for you to be full-time boarders with them. And basically, I was very unhappy at my hostel. It was so annoying. Well, I was never happy at my school, but it was very annoying because our school was really small, okay? So it didn't do well financially, I guess. So they couldn't provide a few things for us. So for us, right, you guys were probably like Meishako hostel life and my hostel life has completely stark difference. Okay? In my school life, we'd have to do our own laundry. You know, we would never get hot water to shower, wash up, even in winter.
Wow.
Yeah, we used to get meat, one meal a week. Everything else was vegetarian, like literally aloo, simi, like literally vegetables and lentils. That was it. I lost weight. Like I was skinny already. I lost weight when I was in hostel. But what my auntie used to do was she used to, whenever I used to go home, I used to bring in huge loads of junk food, and the suitcases full of junk food. So I used to live on those. Our tuition was literally the classes before school and the classes after school. Some of them used to be self-study, but some of them used to be the same teacher who taught us the same thing in school.
Same. I'm
Like
same.
literally, it was only, you would get the same lesson but twice a day. That level of dissatisfaction. There was a lot of rebelling when I was in class 10, which is quite unexpected of the girl who's like the top in her class. Usually the top students are like well behaved, they go along with everything. But class 10 was like to the point where in one day we refused to go to school. We locked the door from inside. We literally refused to open the door. And we spent the whole day inside the school. So we literally bunked the school for that day.
Oh my God.
And the teacher was like trying to break the door down. And we were not having none of it. And then we even went to the main principal, the main director. And that director was like fucking deaf, man. So he would be like, okay, tell me what you want. Tell me what you're unsatisfied with. But then once you're telling them, he just talks over you. And then he doesn't even listen half the things you said. So there was no point of having this
Conversation,
talk. You know, there was no point, because we knew nothing was going to change. So my last year in school was very annoying. But at the same time, it was fun because I had my friends. I was living with friends. Living with friends is usually quite nice. So yeah, like a lot of dissatisfaction. But you know the rules that you're so conditioned to, like 2 plates compulsory, knee-high socks compulsory, your boots should be polished and clean, and when you come to school on Sunday, your nails should be short, you should be tidy. Those all were like always there. I think I was so desensitized to all those rules that I didn't really find it annoying. I just like went along with it.
Mine too. Like the reason why I didn't like school, obviously the last few years, was there was a vast difference between male and female. Like you said, your hostel life and my hostel life is different because my hostel was very expensive. Like obviously average Nepali couldn't afford it. Like it was that Mongo, no? And obviously I came from a privileged background, so I could afford that level of facility to have a swimming pool in a school, right? But there was a lot of difference between guys and girls. Guys could shower anytime they wanted. We used to have shower routines.
What, really?
Shower
So
timetables.
you couldn't go like when you wanted. You had to like follow the routine.
Yeah. That okay. The more I know, like more I hate this woman. I don't like my matron. She was just shit. Like honestly, I don't know how she's even surviving. I bet everyone's like cursed her to the point. But whatever. Thanks for looking after us, I guess. She'd have like shower routines. Hoptama 3 chiti summertime ma, winter time ma hoptama 2 chiti mate. So I like to shower every day. So you telling me to shower only like twice a day, that's twice a week, that's a problem already. And if you take a shower, there wouldn't be water to wash your face because it was a separate tank. But then boys always got water. So it's just like, you know?
Something's not matching up.
Yeah, so it was a lot like, so we had laundry people, I know. They used to do our laundry and all that. That was a privilege. Obviously comes with the school whole package, I guess. But other than that, to me, the bad experience was the guys had things that they got away with, whereas we were restricted on simple things like hygiene, keeping ourselves clean. The fact that we get period as well. So how do you expect us to only shower twice a week when you are going through that?
That's a bit too much.
Yeah, or honestly, man. But then like it's just
It's a bit too much. Imagine boys in our hostels, they used to get showered when it rained out in the rainwater.
Oh my god.
Because there wasn't water, or
There
what?
wasn't enough water. Sometimes you used to have droughts in
Oh yeah.
like they never used to have like enough water. So in those times they would be like, if it's raining, you go out.
You go out.
There. Or we used to get taken to the nearest
River.
No,
like I've heard this about nearest river story quite a lot. Like actually Pokhara, I think it's a common thing. Because Kathmandu is just Kathmandu, man. You can't do these things. Like, there's no natural stuff.
We have natural
Pretty
resources.
much. I know.
Beautiful rivers, lakes.
No, we literally, our school is literally next to Sundarijal, and that's one of the biggest hydropower projects, you know. But we used to get water, like, when there was dry out, especially in the winter. Pokhara is like, you get quite a lot of rainfalls, but we don't in the Kathmandu.
Oh, yeah.
So you used to get tanks of water, but then the guys used to get water, but then we didn't. So that really didn't make sense to me. Okay? It still bugs me, to be honest, the fact that we got it shitty end, but the fact that we all paid the same amount. Like, in your case, I can understand, like, you all in shit situations. That when you are paying, but then one gets the greater treatment than the other, then that's just nah. Anyhow,
I think right. Let's go to the British schools. Our Nepali schools are there. They're like fucking unfair through and through.
To be honest, I don't think I'm a great candidate, you know? Like, I don't really think there was any stupid rules except for, like, the basic rules of, like, the skirt, the nails, the shoes.
Yeah.
but
No, we were allowed to do anything. Well, I wouldn't say, okay, I'll take that back. Not anything, but, like, you wouldn't get in as much trouble even if you did it, because about Nepal Mata, like, you know, they're like, cane you, beat you. But, like, here, of course, like, you can't really do that to kids, so you'd get away with it.
Did you have like specific snacks that they weren't allowed? Like something that has like high sugar content or...
No, like they wouldn't check.
They wouldn't check?
No.
Damn. What was like illegal to you guys then?
Nothing. Nothing felt that illegal. It was like, yeah, like...
Did you sell like snacks?
Nothing felt that illegal, Ki. You didn't do anything that...
Illegal.
Okay,
was
maybe
illegal.
I didn't do anything that was illegal.
Did like people sell snacks in school?
Oh yeah, you'd see them like with like the little bags that try
Okay,
like, sell
let's
snacks and that
let's
kind of stuff.
rephrase this question, okay, Arati?
Okay.
Okay, think about all your friends that were a bit naughtier than you, no? What did they used to get in trouble with at school?
I don't know. I'd have to call them. Can I use Get It to call my phone?
Friend my phone.
Friend my phone option. Right. I don't know. I don't think any of my friends got in trouble, to be honest. In
Like,
school.
that was quite cool for me. Like when I found out that British schools, people sold snacks illegally. Did you know that?
I mean, I would imagine that there will be some level of swapping things in school.
Yeah, but they used to sell snacks. They apparently got like strawberry laces, got 10p per lace. And like, bro, you're making profit.
Yeah.
Like strawberry laces only cost 35p per packet, and
Oh, yeah, I don't think we were allowed like energy drinks maybe, but like kids would sell it to like other kids.
Yeah.
They're learning what they should be learning, not inside the classroom, but outside the classroom, breaking laws.
Definitely. Oh.
Like,
Sometimes I think school is just rigged. Like they want you to be the way they want you to be. Very conditioned, yeah.
Of this world.
Uh-huh.
So that this world can continue being the way it is. Nobody disturbs the peace. Yeah.
To have
Nobody disturbs the peace because it's too hard to handle.
Yeah. And then when they disturb the peace, you kick them out.
Detention.
Detention.
Oh my god, punishments in schools.
Ours was nothing compared to what you would get in Nepal.
Yeah.
The most would be, you're getting a detention, go to detention after school, which would be like...
Was it embarrassing? Did you have friends?
After school?
It wasn't embarrassing. It was just like you go, after school, you just go and sit in a study hall, do nothing. Well, I mean, you could like do your homework, whatever. There'd be a teacher sat in front of you, and like, you know, a study hall probably has like 50 or 60 chairs, individual chairs, and you just sit and do shit.
No,
literally, that's the thing, right? After school. For us, we would be excluded from the class right then and then. You would be like sent out the classroom.
Yeah, the irony is tragic. Like, look
I mean, if it was like in extreme cases for like bad students, probably they'd like go, but like.
So this is how fucked up Nepal's education system is. I'm really sorry, but I'm not the brightest student in the class, you know, and my learning style is not rote learning. And if your learning style is not rote learning in Asia, you're fucked. You're out the class, right? So this teacher, specifically science teacher, and every morning he'd come and ask, he taught something yesterday, and in chapter 1, question 1, answer kyo. And of course, I wouldn't know, right? And they'd be like, okay, you don't know, get out of the class. So the point, like the vicious circle, he would not teach me, so I'd get out of the class. But but then he would come next day and I wouldn't know, so I'd get out of the class again. Like every day of my year 9 and year 10, I think I just spent outside in the class.
Did you make any efforts to find the answer?
No, I would be learning that same question ko answer. So you got 10 questions, right? I'd legit be learning only the rote learning question ko answer one ke for 1 hour and I still wouldn't get it.
Right?
So, because like that's just not my learning style either.
Nepal's school is not designed for designed to support students like that though,
No,
right?
honestly, like
there's no,
I'm a visual learner, I'm a great listener, no, but I can't rote learn.
they probably don't even know about the different
No, I don't
learning
think
styles.
they do. I don't think they do.
And I think Nepal's school education is more about memorizing things than putting things in practical. So it's more theoretical than practical.
It's rote learning.
Yeah, cool. When I suddenly came from a Nepalese school to a British college, there was this shift of, okay, you gotta find your own project and demonstrate how you applied what you learned in classroom to that. And I was like, oh shit.
What do I do? I enjoyed college here. Like I thoroughly enjoyed because that was more my style, and even uni as well. Obviously, my final year was a bit questionable. Thought like the first 2 years I enjoyed it because it was more freeing of things I wanted to do and wanted to explore. It was like I could make it my way type. Okay.
You had more freedom to go.
Yeah, and I could learn my way. Like I was researching out of my way because I wanted to know that, contacting people for different things. I know. It wasn't like textbook, my library, my goita, answer number what, right? Yeah, just no.
I actually struggled with that concept a little. Even though I came at a very young age, I really struggled because, like, obviously, yeah, like Marisa said, in a Nepal, you'd have to like read the question and your answer would be in the text, which you would literally just copy. From the text.
And like the half of the answer is like question because
and then just join another sentence.
Yeah.
But the only thing is you'd have to memorize it. Although I don't think I was ever a bright student even in Nepal, and I honestly say if I were to have studied in Nepal, I would be in trouble, like deep shit. Because I still remember, like, you know, like every year, like they'd give you exam results, and then they'd tell you like about number one dekhi numbers about depending on how many students you have in class, they say rank or something. I still remember, like in like maybe class 5 now, like before I came here, I remember being like 27th.
Yeah,
there were like 30 students in my class. Or 29 students, and I was like, oh my god, like in that way I'm so thankful that
you came here.
Came here to study. But again, like I kind of like struggled with that concept of like forming your own answers, having your own opinions about things, and like that was such a weird concept to me. Like I was like, oh my, like,
why is the answer not in the book?
Yeah, like I was continually trying to think, where is the answer,
You were looking to be spoon-fed.
Yeah,
but here they don't do that.
And it was like such a shock to me. I was like literally, like, I think maybe for like a good 2-3 years I was like, wait, I still can't adapt to it.
I still don't agree to the education system here as well, but I think it was a fresh of air and it was new to me, so I really enjoyed it compared to Nepal. But definitely conditioning into a sheep form is not for me.
I feel like I'm quite lucky that I had both types of education because I could take what I learned from that way and then I could take what I learned from here to sort of make a hybrid of my own, you know, and adapt it to my learning style and the way I pick up things. So it was quite nice because I went from like somebody who was memorizing a lot of stuff, which is necessary in certain subjects like science,
definitely.
Maths.
Like doctors, what do you think they do? You know, like.
But you can't really put that same learning style and apply it to creative, to arts, to.
Bro, arts didn't even exist after year 8. Year 7, but the arts was cancelled.
What?
I'm not school my arts, but year 7, but it was like it's not important enough.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
So wait, it's not an option to study art like in college?
In college, if you want to, I think there are vocational ones.
They are like so in college. There's science, humanities, and business or commerce. So that's the main 3 faculties you got. I think on the radar they've made a documentary on this whole year 7, 8 the arts is not a priority in Nepal, whatever. So you do watch it. It's quite interesting.
Oh yeah, the one with Nava K, right?
Yeah. So it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I was meant to. I had a little glimpse of it, and I was like, oh, I wanna. Especially because I know Navan down. I'm like, oh my god, he's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's such a
I don't know him
pure,
personally,
soul.
but I know he released Kapi Bane books. So I really appreciated that, to be fair.
I know him because I met him in DYG workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were the partners. And we were like holding hands and like holding each other and telling each other our, feelings.
I know he from DYG as well, but he was speaking and I was attending. So, yeah.
The roles reversed.
So I was like, he was speaking about his Kapi, whatever. And then I was just like, okay, this is inspirational. And then, that happened. But anyhow, we did a, we're running off topic again. We did a quick...
we sent out a question.
Question answer.
And talking about, what were the most unreasonable things that you had to go through in school. Okay, so somebody said, hair ko siudo sida rakhnu parne for girls. So
I should have done a little parting today as well.
Yeah. So this
from here.
Not good.
Yeah.
Follow the nose.
So this basically translates to you have to have a very straight middle parting.
What if your nose is crooked, bro? That's so offensive. Like, it's to the go someone, and what are you gonna do? Sorry, teacher,
I don't know why they put so much emphasis over it. No, like the middle parting has to be straight.
They need to chill, man. They need to chill.
Plus, nails need to be cut to certain length.
Yeah. It's forgotten. Did they do this?
Oh my god, they would check your nails, and then for us, if they could see the white part of the nail, then that was too long.
How much we used to do that? Because some people used to bite their nails, isn't it? So it's a bit, you people are nasty. But it's they used to do that, and if they can find it, then you're out.
Oh my god. This is your sister Mary. Wear like petticoat, which is your undergarment.
Thank you.
Underneath the skirt for people from HIMS. Where you at? HIMS so your podcast.
HIMS is like women like worst school ever. I was like, take your kids out of school.
Right. Gosh. Right, another one said having to take a pass to the toilet.
I remember that.
What, did you have that in Yago school? Or in Nepal?
Yeah. So basically, if you leave your class to go to the toilet, just so that the teachers know that you're not lingering around bunking class, the teacher has to hand you a toilet pass. So you carry that on the way to the toilet.
You had that in your school as well?
No, we didn't. But I know that in schools in Nepal they have that. So you have a little pass that teacher hands out to you, saying this is your permit, your permission to go to the toilet and come back. So just in case they get stopped in the middle by another teacher saying, "Oh, why are you not in class?" You could just show that, "Oh, I was, I have the permission to go to toilet. That's why I'm out of the class and I'm not just lingering around, loitering around." Okay. There are good things to it and bad sides to it as well, because
that's messed up.
Okay, and this is another one. Carrying 8 books with 8 separate
classwork and homework. Oh my god!
8 books with 8 separate classwork and homework copies, like a donkey.
And then books, money.
God.
So there's the books, and then like I don't know if you guys had that, but we used to have like cable. Hang on, like English or something. English had like 3 books at one phase. Okay, 2 books. So you had to carry both of them.
Yeah.
So that's like your subject could do books, your classwork and your homework. And if you're like nearing the end, the homework teacher check but then you had to start another copy. That's another extra copy.
Listen, I think people who haven't been to school in Nepal, let me give you the context. Right? So in Nepal, we have 8 classes a day, right? 40 minutes, like Marisha said earlier. And for each of those classes, we have 1 book each. 1 book each. And then for each of that subject, we have a classwork copy and we have a homework copy. So in total, 8 times 3. What's that, ladies?
I'm sorry,
Math.
maths.
Sorry,
Not
don't
good.
ask.
27.
24. 8
Oh,
9 is
24.
Yeah. You basically had to carry 27 pieces of notebooks. That's excluding the stationery. So your pens, your pencils, your sharpeners, your whatever.
Ink
And
pot.
and then your lunchbox. So honestly, like it's so heavy. Nepali school books are so heavy.
You know, like Nepali school books, we used to have amro homework and class copy. It used to be hard copied as well, okay, both sides. So that's like extra weight.
Yeah.
And then, what was I gonna say? I upload the bags. Honestly, how did it last us a whole year? And sometimes a bit more, no?
Yeah.
The whole bag used to be like.
No, Moilita, I never really carried all 3 though. I carried the classwork, which is the one that we use in the class, the copy, the book. But whichever subject had homework and I've done the homework, that would be in the bag. But whichever subject didn't have homework, then I wouldn't really carry it. But a subject that didn't have homework was quite rare.
The best ones, Dose holiday, winter holiday homework.
My
They're like,
God.
the fucking audacity to write, enjoy your festivals in homework. I'm like, what? What festival?
What point is it if you're getting homeworks during your festivals?
Oh my god, John, if you're an ALU student, honestly, man, we used to get Dose Tihar homework, and then before Dose Tihar, there's always an exam, right? So Dose Tihar homework, and then the exam, Zatiorani, you did wrong, you had to do that as well.
Yeah.
So it was Dose Tihar homework for everyone. But there's Dose Tihar homework plus additional exam for ALU students. Okay? Oh my god, man. It's hard to be an ALU student in Nepal.
Oh my god. What's next? Okay.
But I think similar with the books. I think in my secondary school as well here, we had similar.
You had to carry everything?
Yeah, we
Yeah, but the
used
thing
to
is, did you
carry-
guys have lockers here?
I think it's more American, isn't it? Locker.
We did have lockers, but you'd have to buy one for yourself. For yourself. I think it probably was for like a year. Mate.
Oh.
But then the locker wouldn't be like that big.
So it's not like American lockers, yeah.
It's not like those long ones.
Yeah.
It'd be like those, when you go swimming, it's the small.
Yeah, post office types, yeah.
Those kind of small lockers. But
What was the point?
the point of it would be probably to keep like your PE bags or something.
How much did it cost for a year?
I don't know. I never used one. Like I never.
Probably like.
Believe parents are not gonna pay for that.
I just carry
They would
shit.
rather have your child carry a heavy bag.
Nah, if you tell your parents, can I buy a locker? They'll be like, Male do ko bo kera. I used to cry.
In my day,
In the day.
I used to carry 10 cases of rice, then go to school. Oh my god, my dad says that story all the time.
No, but it's true. That's facts.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And then the last one, junior school, girls got to go to the changing rooms, boys had to stay in the classroom.
Oh, junior school. No, mine was. We all got changed together. Actually, yeah. That's
But boys
another
and
thing.
girls?
Yeah.
In the same changing room.
In junior school in year 6. Up to you. I don't.
Year 6 is actually quite old, you know.
Mm.
Like you're like some people already have period by then.
Yeah. It was really embarrassing. I used to be well embarrassed. Like coming from Nepal to school, guys, yeah, and coming to a British school, and then you have a
Changing.
lesson, and
in
you
front of
have
everyone.
to change in front of like guys, and you've never done that before. It was horrid. I used to be like, how do I cover myself
Oh
up?
my god.
That is
That would be a really shocking thing because, when I first went to swimming pool here,
Mm.
and then I would go into the changing room, and everyone would be naked, like
Yeah.
having a shower there, and I was like, like, am I supposed to do that as well? Like, will I feel? will they look at me weirdly if I showered in my undergarments?
Mm.
Like I guess it was that kind of feeling.
damn.
Oh,
Yeah, it might have been different for like other junior schools, but the one that I went to, we just all got changed together in the same classroom.
But wow, that's actually quite shocking to me. Previously what?
Yeah.
Previously has left the
Now
chat.
that I think of it, I've never actually thought of that until that comment.
But that was a rule?
I mean, I don't know if it was a rule
Or a
but it was
choice?
just a thing. Everyone just got changed.
I guess like if you're like year 3, 2, doesn't really matter on it. I thought the year 6 is like you're developing.
Yeah, and now that I do think back, there were girls in my class who had developed, you know.
Yeah.
So questionable.
That is question. You're developing a year 6.
Oh my god. No matter how much we complain about our system and that, which is probably personal trauma to me, but Korean students, you know, when we said we'll tell you a little bit about Korean students,
Yeah.
you know, their LSATs, like their SLC, they have a no-fly zone over the schools, so that the noise of the on that specific day when everybody has the exam, like everybody has the exam on the same day,
Yeah.
so they have no-fly zone over the schools, so that they would divert planes away from Seoul, I think, or the places so that the noise of the plane does not disturb the students.
Excuse me. When I had chest infection when I was in exam, my teacher said to me, "Why are you coughing? Don't cough." Problem boy. I'm like, sorry for being me too, but I'm giving exam. Like, wow.
And then police cars, taxi drivers, they will come pick you up if you're running late.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's that important because that exam, the result of that exam makes or breaks their careers.
No, I love that. Yeah.
determines everything.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. Like me as like a student who just get distracted, I would love it.
Oh my god. Have you seen the videos of students after exam? They come out the gate and then the parents are just waiting there with bouquets of flowers. This is just for attending the exam, right? Clapping, giving them a round of applause, like giving them bouquets. Like they haven't even found out the result yet. They literally just have finished their exams and have come out. But it's kind of like an appreciation for
No, that's true. That's quite amazing because like if it was like that, it would encourage so many people to go sit through, okay? Because some people just get distracted, right?
Yeah.
Like someone just starts sharpening their pencil in the middle of the exam. You know, like why? Oh, the electric. Yeah, I'm like, bro.
But yeah, a Korean education system is. I think they're bringing that into highlight these days, and about how
important. Yeah.
important or not. I think the Korean students, they study under very tremendous amount of pressure because they have morning schools, they have academies, they have day schools, they have night schools. Night schools are like until 10, so they're studying probably like 18 hours a day.
Nah, man. I remember, education like that, like the rote learning is not made for me. And I don't think I'd ever push any of my younger ones through that because it wasn't for me, so I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wow, man, the education system's really rigged still.
It probably will be rigged for many more years.
Exactly. Because if you do good, like, regardless of how good or shit you are, in like life, your GCSEs, like, it controls so many things around you, okay? You can't get into good universities because of GCSE shit, and you can't get into colleges that you want to, or even get into apprenticeships because your GCSE is not good enough. Exactly. So who are you to judge if the person's good enough or not after the GCSEs here?
I would rather, especially for when you're enrolling, when you're trying to apply for all these programs and courses and everything, I would rather sit through an entrance exam that I prepared for, showing my commitment towards that subject, rather than, look, I've been prepared for 10 years for this and my grades show that I deserve a place here. Because what I liked 10 years, in those 10 years, might be different when I'm actually choosing my career.
I would like, that is very good initiative, but I would love it because you're too young to choose what career you want when you're 16, 17, right? I would love it if there was experts. Hear me out, okay? Career experts. I don't know if it already exists or not, like, because the careers lady in college, they're useless, man. Like, what do they do? Like, oh, your grades determine this, so what do you really want to do? And I don't know. I'm young.
I haven't experienced.
Exactly. So if they had like a mini test or like work experience type, okay, like not like 1 week in retail, 1 week in that, because you kind of get used to the routine, don't you? So different thing every single day, and then you have a review check, or like the careers lady, like make you go through all these tests and then say you're great at this, but then I think you could also explore this option 3 and 4. So that would give the student like I'm saying, so I could be great at science, right? But then I could be okay at IT and creatives. So it's up to me like what side I want to explore. But then the lady has kind of given pointers like where my brain is good at already. Okay, or not. So that's like already cuts half the process away. I know. And then the person can, it's up to them if they want to pursue or not. But given the choice, I think that would be easier.
And it's very important for that person to make sure that you're enjoying whatever you're choosing.
Yeah, definitely.
Like ask that person, what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy this? Like you're good at this, but do you think you'll enjoy this?
Yeah,
that kind of, it's not. I mean,
I definitely can foresee this, but not in the any time soon.
Future,
Like maybe in 20 years, definitely I can foresee this, because if people can get your personality down to the T, this can happen. But a lot of research and education ministers, like, please step up. This would be a great you know.
I mean, to be honest, it's already happening. Because you know the amount of alternative ways of education
definitely
that have come up. Like people can do distance learning, people can do online learning, people can do distance and online are the same thing. People can do part-time learning, full-time learning. So the way you can get education and the way you can learn certain things, certain skills, all the methods have now so much variety is available.
Homeschooling as well.
Exactly. So much is available. I think it's surely enough when people start choosing these alternative methods, they're going to see that is what's working. You know, that is what's retaining people.
Definitely.
And making people come out the other end with better skills, better mental health.
Or let's say obviously the parents who are proactive, they will take these methods. But obviously not everyone's proactive. So their kids will be still like under it. Unfortunately.
I know. Hopefully this will happen one day. And with that said, thank you so much, Arati, for coming in with your lovely hair done in the Nepalese school style.
Yes.
We didn't have to wear this, but this is like more traditional. But it would be certain trend of, you know, your house
I didn't
color
have
ribbon.
like any ribbons at home that were like, you know, specifically just like single color, but I had these. So
there's a Nepali model who actually rocks these lachas. Varsha Thapapana. Yeah, if you don't know, do check her out. She rocks it, and you're rocking it too. Long hair. Want some?
But yeah, whichever education system that you grew up in, I'm sure you must have some dissatisfaction about it. It must have not worked for you, it must have worked for you, but whatever it is, hopefully you guys will make some changes in yourself and in
the people around you, and that's more than enough. And whatever we haven't covered, and if you've got absurd rules, please do leave that in the comment, because we'd like to read. And that would be quite fun. And like the Korean system shocked me, and the whole PE changing together shocked me. What else is there to come? Throw at us.
Like in secondary school, we had like separate rooms for like guys and girls, but not in junior school.
Damn.
But even when you're getting changed with girls as well, it did make me feel a bit, I don't know,
nervous,
kind of insecure.
Yeah, like you're developing, you know, like
because like girls here are very confident from a very young age. Like, you know, they are very like I feel like there's not much body shaming as such in British culture as there is in like Nepali culture.
I think it depends where you were.
But I think that also depends.
Because like in my school, we used to walk around like nobody's business. So I think that's where I'm conditioned to be body positive as well, I guess. So it really depends on where you went. But definitely agree on the British schooling not having a lot of it. Man, I can't imagine that now. That's too much for me. I hope you enjoyed our podcast, and if you're listening us on air, we do have it on YouTube available with subtitles. If you'd like to go ahead and then give us a like and follow there and share it amongst, and you can see our pretty faces too. Thank you so much. See you on the next one. Bye.